Hello and welcome to Dichotomy. For today's episode, I thought I might change things up a little. Rather than getting in front of the camera, I thought I might share my digital avatar with you, Digital Di. She prefers a more corporate look than I do, has a much better view from her office, and can remember our topic cues more effectively, but we are still one and the same. I hope you enjoy the slightly different approach and today's topic, mastering productivity. Now let's get into it. Does this sound familiar? It's getting late in the day, your to-do list keeps growing, as does your pace of work, but nothing actually gets crossed off. You feel, despite your best efforts, you just can't seem to accomplish anything meaningful. Guess what? You're not alone. Millions of people struggle with productivity, not because they're lazy, but because they're missing one important piece of the puzzle. So today, we're going to dive into why you're not getting things done, and more importantly, how to fix it. So why have I chosen this topic? Well, last year I hit critical mass. I had 17 tabs open, 3 projects halfway done, and a calendar so packed I couldn't breathe. I was working 12 to 14-hour days, but felt like I was not getting anywhere. Then the CEO told me I wasn't effective enough and had to do better. This absolutely floored me as I didn't know what else I could give. I was tired, emotionally paralyzed, and out of ideas. The problem wasn't my work ethic, nor was it my knowledge, experience, or loyalty. It was my system, or rather, the lack of one. I was confusing motion with progress, a trap I soon realized most of us fall into at some stage. Here's the truth. Being busy doesn't equal being productive. You can spend an entire day responding to emails, attending meetings, and putting out fires, yet make zero progress on what actually matters. This is called pseudo-productivity, and it derails our achievement. Unfortunately, I, like many of us, wore my busyness like a badge of honor, but it really was just a sophisticated form of procrastination, or in the case of Dichotomy World, a severe case of autocrastination. So what's really stopping us from getting things done? The first culprit is decision fatigue. Every single day, we make thousands of decisions, from what to where to what to eat to which task to tackle first. Each decision drains our mental energy, leaving us exhausted before we even start the important work. The second problem is what psychologists call the planning fallacy. We consistently underestimate how long tasks will take and overestimate what we can accomplish in a given time frame. You think that report will take 2 hours, so you schedule 3 other things that same afternoon. Then reality hits, the report takes 5 hours, and suddenly your entire day derails. This pattern repeats daily, creating a cycle of disappointment and overwhelm. Then there's the distractions we are all expected to multitask into our day. Studies show that it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully refocus after an interruption. That's crazy. So every time you check your phone, respond to a message, or glance at a notification, you're losing nearly half an hour of productive time. If you're interrupted just 6 times a day, that's almost 3 hours of lost time. But here's where it gets interesting. The solution isn't working harder or longer hours. It's about working smarter by creating a system that actually works with your brain, not against it. Let's start with the most powerful productivity principle you'll ever learn, the 2-minute rule. It's so simple and goes like this. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Don't add it to a list, don't schedule it, just do it right now. This simple rule eliminates the mental clutter of tiny tasks that pile up and create overwhelm. Next, commit yourself to time blocking. Instead of keeping an ever-growing to-do list, assign every task to a specific time block in your calendar. Treat these blocks like unmissable appointments with yourself. When it's writing time, you write. When it's email time, you email. This eliminates decision fatigue because you're not constantly asking yourself what to do next. The next idea? This one's a game changer that transformed my productivity. To author Cal Newport, deep work means scheduling uninterrupted blocks of time for cognitively demanding tasks. No phone, no email, no meetings. Just you and the work that actually moves the needle. Start with just 90 minutes of deep work per day, and you'll accomplish more in that focused time than most people do in an entire week of distracted effort. In my own practice, I call this my courage window. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day, I lock myself away in a quiet area, turn my phone and email to Do Not Disturb, and focus on those activities that, while not easy for me, are critical to moving in the direction I have chosen. Make sure you use apps and tools to automate repetitive tasks, but don't let them become another source of distraction. Put your phone in another room when you need to focus. Technology should serve you, not control you. Another fabulous add-in to this discussion has to be having healthy boundaries. So let's talk about the power of saying no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that matters. You need to become fiercely protective of your time and energy if you want to move past ineffective and overwhelmed. When someone asks for a favor or meeting, pause before automatically agreeing. Ask yourself, does this align with my priorities? Will this help me achieve my goals? If the answer isn't a clear yes, then it's a no. This isn't selfish, it's essential. Now, let's address the pink elephant in the room wearing a tutu and balancing on a unicycle. Perfectionism. Perfectionism masquerades as high standards, but it's really just fear dressed up in fancy clothes. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough. This fear keeps us endlessly tweaking and revising instead of completing and moving forward. Remember, done is better than perfect. Progress beats perfection every single time. Another critical strategy is the concept of energy management over time management. You don't have the same energy levels throughout the day. Most people have peak mental clarity in the morning, a post-lunch slump, and a second wind in the late afternoon. Schedule your most important, cognitively demanding work during your peak energy hours. Save administrative tasks and meetings for your low energy periods. Work with your natural rhythms, not against them. For me, this is my time after 3 p.m. where I can tackle emails, bills, scheduling, and anything else that needs to be done, but is not a core priority. Talking of priorities, let's get tactical with the Eisenhower Matrix. Divide your tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Most people spend their days trapped in the urgent categories, constantly firefighting. The secret is spending more time in the important but not urgent quadrant. That's where real progress happens: strategic planning, skill development, relationship building, and creative work. It's your pipeline of proactivity to limit the amount of reactivity you will have to face in the future. Here's something else that most productivity advice misses: the power of constraints. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available. If you give yourself all day to complete a task, it will take all day. But if you give yourself just 2 hours, you'll find a way to finish it in 2 hours. Set tight deadlines for yourself. Create artificial constraints that force you to focus and eliminate the non-essential. This doesn't mean agreeing to impossible deadlines or misrepresenting reality, but it does require a little healthy stretch to keep ourselves moving in the right direction. On the flip side, here's a counterintuitive truth: rest is productive. Your brain needs downtime to consolidate learning, process information, and generate creative insights. Working yourself into exhaustion doesn't make you more productive. It makes you less effective. Schedule regular breaks, get adequate sleep, and protect your weekends. The most productive people aren't the ones who work the most hours. They're the ones who work the smartest hours. Finally, let's talk about the importance of systems over goals. Goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. If you want to write a book, your goal is finishing the manuscript. Your system is writing 500 words every morning before breakfast. Focus on building systems, and the goals take care of themselves. Systems are sustainable, goals are temporary. You're never going to get everything done, ever. There will always be more tasks, more emails, more demands on your time. The goal isn't to do everything, it's to do the right things at the right time and for the right reasons. Focus on the 20% of activities that generate 80% of your results. Let go of the rest. Remember, productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. It's about aligning your daily actions with your long-term vision. It's about creating space for the work that truly moves your life forward. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference is how you choose to use them. So here's your challenge. Right now, before you click away, identify the one action that would make the biggest difference to your day. Write it down. Schedule time for it tomorrow. Then actually do it. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Just start. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and drop a comment below sharing which strategy you're going to implement first. I read every comment and love hearing about your progress. Remember, you're not failing at productivity, you just haven't found the right system yet. Now you have the tools, it's time to get out there and leverage them. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Digital Die episode of Dichotomy, and I'll see you in person on the next one. Take care.